Good morning, my dear students. Once again, I am here with a new topic, that is unlocking the mystery of citation. Today we are going to deal with MLA 8th edition. This is MLA style sheet 8th edition. Whenever we are engaged in any of the research activities, for example, if we are writing a thesis or preparing a dissertation or looking forward for the preparation of some project work, in all these cases, we need to add certain examples and quotations from the outer sources. And all these quotations and examples, literature reviews, etc., they need to be cited duly. Generally, students face a number of problems regarding the citation. So today we are going to unlock those mysteries regarding the citation, and there are certain general rules which each and every um, research work, whether it is a thesis or a project or a term paper, it all these general rules, they are utilized over there. So these are certain general points which we have to remember. First of all, place the list of works cited at the end of the paper, project, chapter or thesis. So that means whether it is a paper, it is a project, it is a chapter of some thesis or chapter of some book, or if it is a thesis itself, then the list of all the citations, we are going to put this list at the end of our preparation. Then center the title works cited. So in the end, what we are going to do, we are going to put a heading, that is works cited, and this heading is going to be at the center of the page, 1 inch from the top of the page. Then the third general rule is there should be double space between title and the first entry. So where the title is there and where the first entry begins, between the title and the first entry, there should be double space. Then maintain double space within and between entries. So what we have to do? We have to maintain double space within. Within means one, suppose one citation you are putting, and if that citation is carrying forward in 2 or 3 lines, then between these 2 or 3 lines, the space that should be double. And between entries means if there are 3 or 4 citations, then after the first citation, when the second citation begins, you have to once again keep the same, that is double space. Begin each entry flush with the left margin. Each new entry should come out, or it should flush from the left margin. Indent subsequent lines 1/2 inch or 5 spaces. The subsequent lines, that means the second or the third line of the same entry, what we have to do, we have to indent that subsequent line 1/2 inch or 5 spaces. I'm going to give you example also, so you please don't worry. Then alphabetize by the author's or editor's last name. So we have to put the last name of the author first, and we have to give all the entries in the alphabetical order. Then entries without an author are alphabetized by title. There are certain entries for which we do not have an author or the name of author is missing. In those cases, the title can be used, and again if we are going to use such kind of entry, then they are also going to use alphabetically. So now let me take one example that is denoting all these general points which we have to remember. So the first rule was that works cited, this is going to be the heading, and this heading is going to be in the center of the page. Then there should be double space. So you see that this is one entry and this is the other entry. Within the first entry, within this is the subsequent line. So double spacing is being found over here, and this subsequent line here you see that 5 spaces or half an inch is being left. Then again we see the same uh, between the two entries, again there is double space. And here also you see between the heading work cited and the first entry, again double space is being maintained. And one more thing is also there, that we have to alphabetize. So G comes first before H. Is it clear? So now let us move on the next um, point, and that is now citation rules. Now the specific rules, we are moving on to the from the general rules to the specific rules. Now the books, how we are going to cite the examples and quotations from the books. So basic format that remains the same in all the quotations and citations which we have taken from the book is, number one, we have to write the author's last name, then comma, and then the first name. Then we are going to put a full stop over here. Then the title of the book, and this title of the book is going to be italic. Then once again full stop. Then place of publication. After place of publication we are going to put a colon. Then name of the publisher, comma, year, full stop, and then medium of publication. Right. So now the example you see, author's last name and then the first name. So suppose the name of the author is Amarnath Prasad. So what we are going to do, we are going to write the last name first, that is Prasad, comma, Amarnath, full stop. The name of the book is Feminism in Indian Writing in English. So it is in italic. You are all able to view it. Then full stop. Then place of publication. So place of publication is New Delhi. And again there is colon. Then publisher's name. So Sarup and Sons. Then year is 2006. And medium of publication. What kind of medium? Whether it is a web publication or what. So this is the quotation which you have taken is from the print medium. So we are going to write print. Is it clear? Yes. And now books by one author will follow the above mentioned format. In all the cases they are going to follow the same. Then suppose a quotation is there and where there are either two writers or more authors. Then if the book has two or three authors, list all of the authors. For example, we have two authors, Seema Sharma and Amarnath Prasad. So what we are going to write? Sharma Seema, comma, Prasad Amarnath, full stop. A New Generation, name of the book, place, New York, publisher Abrahams, 2001, print medium. Now, if the book has more than 3 authors, list the first one followed by et et al. So this we are going to write after writing the first name. Suppose here we have Ram Prakash Jha, so Jha, comma, Ram Prakash et al. Et al means there are 4 or 5 writers. So, and then the name of the book, Indo-American Culture and History, 5 volumes, New York, Macmillan, 1996 print. Suppose you have taken your quotation or citation from an anthology or some collection. Then what is going to be the basic format? Author's last name and first name. Then title of the work. from which work you have taken this particular quotation. And this title of the work, it is going to be in the inverted commas, and we do not use italic format for it. Title of the anthology or collection is going to be in the italic. Then because it is edited book, so write ed dot, then editor's first name, then editor's last name, full stop, place of publication, publisher, year of publication, and because it is an anthology or collection, so that is why you have to write the page number range also and medium of publication. So example, like Walker Timothy. Okay, so the name is Timothy Walker. So first of all, we have taken the last name, that is Walker, and then Timothy, stop. Signs of the Times in the inverted commas. This is the name of the article which Timothy has written and from where the work has been cited. And then the anthology, the Transcendentalists and Anthology, edited. Then Perry Miller, it is the name of the editor. Cambridge Place, Harvard University Place, 1950. Page range 560 to 563 and print. Now, suppose an article or entry which is there in some or which is occurring in a reference book, if we are going to quote such a quotation, then again the basic format is going to be author's last name and first name if available. Sometimes if the name is not available, then we can write only the title also. And then title of the article or entry, it should be in inverted commas and no italic. Title of the reference book, it should be in italic. Then volume, VOL, then dot, we have to write. Then volume number. Then place of publication, publisher, year of publication, and medium of publication. So now this is of two types. There are signed examples. Signed examples means where the author's name is available. They are known as signed examples. So where the name of the author is available, this kind of entries we are going to place in this particular way. Like Frank Bowles, A. Frank A. Bowles. So Bowles, then Frank A. Then the article's name, Lindbergh Law, then Encyclopedia of Law Enforcement, then VOL dot 2 volume number, then number of the volume, Thousand Oaks, then Sage Publications, year and print medium. One more example we can take. Again, John Picarella, so Picarella, comma, John, Hendrix Jimmy, then name of the anthology. This is second edition. So this is second edition, volume 11, New York, Grove's Dictionaries, 2001, print medium. So this is from the signed examples. Remember, signed examples means where the author's name is available with us. Then the second type, where unsigned examples are there. Unsigned example means where no author is there or the author's name is missing. In such cases, what we have to do? We have to write Northern Right Whale. This is the name of the article. Then Beecham's Guide to Endangered Species of North America. This is edited Walton Beecham et al. Again, 3 or 4 writers are there. Volume number 6, Detroit, Gale, 2001, and print medium. Now, suppose we are taking some quotation from a journal or a magazine or newspaper article, and all these quotations are going to be there from a library database. Library database means if we are taking them online. So in that case, the basic format is going to be again author's last name and first name. This we have to remember in all the cases. It was there in the general rules also, that author's last name and first name and alphabetically arranged. Now, title of the article, then periodical title, the title of the periodical or the journal or the magazine, right? Then volume number, issue number, and issue number means date of publication. We have to write page number, range, database name, medium of publication, date of access, and URL also, right? So example, let us take one example, and this example, the first example is from the journal article. If an article which we have taken from a journal. So here what we have to do, like Scotch T Cummings is here, so Cummings comma Scotch T, then article's name interactive Shakespeare, then what we have to write, volume number, the periodical's title. So the title of the periodical is Theatre Topics 8.1, and this is issue number 8.1, and then date of publication is 1998, then page number range is 93 to 112, then database name is Project Muse, medium of publication is web publication. Then date of access. Date of access means when you have accessed this particular quotation. So the date of access is 14th August 2003, and then URL we are going to write 8. So this is example for the general article, right? Now let us take an example from the magazine or newspaper article. In the magazine or newspaper, what we have to write? Again, Arthur C. Dento. So Dento, comma Arthur C. Article's name, paint it black. Sorry. Then nation, name of the magazine or newspaper, date 18 to 15 August. Then 2003, page range 46 to 48. Then academic search premier, web source 14 August 2003, and then URL. Now, one thing you have to remember is that URL is an optional element in the latest edition of MLA handbook and may or may not be required by your instructor. If your instructor says, you can add it, or if your instructor does not say for it, you may leave it also. Now, those examples previously which we have done, they were from the database. And now the quotations which we are dealing with, they may be there in the journals, magazines, newspaper, articles, in the print versions, right? So the basic format is, you see, again the same: author's last name, author's first name, then title, then periodical title, then volume number, issue number, date of publication. Same is going to be there, only the medium for publication is going to be changed. So article in a journal, now you see, Carter Nancy Carroll, article's name, then periodical title, legal reference services, quarterly, 22.4, 11 to 46, print. Now, for most magazine articles, there is only need to cite magazine's date of publication. No volume or issue numbers are required. So, you can utilize this particular information also. Now, example, Goodell Chef, then title, then name of the magazine, then date, year, page range, and medium. Suppose an article in a newspaper is there, then again the writer's name, then this is going to be the article's name, the New York Times, August 2003, New England, edited second, page range 2 to 3, and print. Then web pages. The web page is there. If we have taken it from a web page, then basic format is there, that you have to write again author's last name, first name, title of page or document. Then tail of the website sponsoring organization, publication, updated date, medium of publication, date of access, and URL. So you see again the same thing, like writer's last name and the first name. So Rombic, Michael R. Then the title of the page or document. So the title of the document is Criminal Calls, a review of the Bureau of Prisons Management of Inmate Telephone Privileges. Then sponsoring organization is United States Department of Justice. Then it was updated on August 1999. Then medium of publication is web. Date of access is 10 January 2004, and then URL. One more example. Again, the writer, then the article or the document's name, then the sponsoring organization, medium, then date of access, and URL. Now, citing web pages in a text. Many times we have to cite the web pages in a text also. So what we are going to do is that you should cite your use of another's words, facts or ideas. Citations in the text must clearly point to specific resources in the list of works cited. So you can give examples or quotations in your text also, and or we may say the words of others and the facts and the ideas, and we are going to duly cite them. So again, citations include the same author's name, page number if available. If an author's name is not available, then we may use the first one or the two words of the title and close in the quotation marks. When a web page lacks numbering, omit page numbers from your parenthetical citations. Do not use page numbers generated on a printout of a web document. PDF documents found on the web will have page numbers that will be used. So whatever PDF document you have taken, you can use that number also, but you are not advised to use those page numbers which are generated on a printout of a web document. So the basic format you see, the author's last name, page number, or if the author is not there, then the partial title. So example, like web page with an author is whatever you have quoted, you just write Vrombic. If the web page is there and without an author, author's name is not there, then you just write the partial title, that is Argonne Researchers. Now, parenthetical citations in text. So others, words, facts, ideas may also be used by putting a bracket, that is known as parenthetical citations in the text. Citations, this kind of citations, they also include the author's name and the page number if available, again in the same way as it was there previously. If an author is not available, use the first one or the two words of the title and close in the quotation marks. When a web page lacks numbering, page numbers may be omitted from the parenthetical citations. Do not use page numbers generated on a printout of a web document. PDF documents found on the web page, you can use the same page numbers All these rules, they are going to be the same as we have done previously. Now the basic format for this kind of web citations is author's last name and page number, or page number only. If the author's name is not there, then the page number only. So you see, like work by one author, example is Dodge 754. Works by three or fewer authors, then suppose three authors are there, so Lacan, Fowlers and Betancourt 203. Then work by four or more authors, again Whitman et al. 25. So these are three examples. When one author is there, then we have to write only the last name and the page number. If three or fewer authors are there, then all the names, they are going to be there and the page number. If four or more than four authors are there, then only the first name, and that is going to be followed by et al, et al, all, and then page number. Now, direct quotes. There are certain quotations which we take directly from certain sources. The author's analysis of the occupations reveal that virtually all female convicts were poor or working class. So the researcher is writing, and researcher is not referring. Researcher has directly taken this particular line. This line, you see, virtually all female convicts were poor or working class. So there is no reference which is being made by the researcher over here. So this kind of quotations, they come in the category of direct quotes. This kind of quotes, again the last name and the page number, right? And one more, you see, where the writer's name is being given, then we need to write only the page number. So example, you may see, Watts and Behel conclude that. So Watts and Behel, these are the two writers, and the researcher has pointed the name of these two writers, and by referring the name of these writers, the researcher is using this particular quotation, and so that is why while writing the citation, we are just going to write the page number and not the writer's name. So here you may note, if the author's name is included in a sentence, only the page number needs to be cited. This is what we have done here in the second example. In the first example, both the quotations are direct, but in the first example, even the name of the author was not given, so that is where name of the author is being taken from here. And the second example, it was the name was given, so that is why only the page number was cited. Now, let us take a quick review or quick recapitulation of the rules for an MLA work cited list. So, number one, start a new page for your works cited list. For example, if your paper is of 4 pages long, start your works cited list on the 5 page. That means works cited list is going to start from the new page. Then center the title. Works cited. So works cited is going to be in the center of the paper, at the top of the page, and do not bold or underline it. We are not going to either bold it or underline it. Then double space the list. The list is going to be double space. From the works cited to the first entry, there will be double space. Within the entries, there will be double space, and between the entries, there will be double space. Start the first line of each citation at the left margin in that we have taken, and each subsequent line, they are going to be used, they are also known as hanging indent, and 5 spaces we have to leave, and then we have to start the subsequent line. Then the list is going to be there arranged alphabetically. It will be in the alphabetical order. In most of the cases, the first word will be of author's last name, where the name of the author is unknown. Then the first word in the title, ignoring the words a, an or the. We are going to ignore these kind of articles a, an or the. We are just going to write or alphabetize the first word of the title, and we are going to write. Then the full works, they are going to be italicized, whether they are books, audiovisual material or websites. Then do not italicize titles of parts of works. If we have taken a part, a quotation is being taken from a part of a work, then we are not going to italicize it. Articles from newspapers, magazines, journals, essays, poems, short stories, chapters, all these, they come in the category of parts of work. So they are not going to be italicized. Titles from a book, chapters or sections of an internet document. Instead, use quotation marks. So we have to use quotation marks. That means inverted commas we have to use with this kind of citation. And in this manner, we have taken a quick recapitulation of the rules which we are going to use in our works cited list. So now I give you a thank you for watching it.